Airliners International is not just about the model airplanes, timetables, or any other aviation memorabilia. One of my favorite events during the show includes the Thursday night welcome reception. This will be a great icebreaker for people to get to know each other in conjunction with checking out some cool aviation history in the process. With that being said, let's go ahead and get into the welcome reception, everybody. Welcome everyone to the Airliners International 2024 welcome reception. I hope all of you are excited for this today as we socialize with many aviation enthusiasts in conjunction with learning about some really cool aviation history in the process. With all that being said, let's go ahead and explain the format and dive into all the material we have today, everybody. So we had three main sections from the welcome reception from this past year at MCI. So first and foremost, we had the little dinner that we had, which was nice and basic. So we'll talk about that first. And following that, we have two really cool presentations. The first one was three different 16mm films that were super cool aviation history related. So we'll talk about those when we get there. And then lastly, John Jamieson will be giving us an awesome in-depth presentation on the MCI airport. So those will have some separate videos and I'll talk about those moving forward. But nevertheless, this is the full video for the welcome reception to get the full analysis. So I hope all of you are excited for that. Let's go ahead and start with this first portion. So pretty basic here. Of course, you can tell it's a pretty informal setting here for this dinner with some pizza and drinks. So it was absolutely awesome though. The pizza was super good and overall I really enjoyed it. So I don't have too much. I just have this picture. And I also have this one as well, so looking very good. And then I also have a video clip that I'll play right now.
Thank you, Henry. Need more chairs. Outstanding.
So yeah, as you could tell, the environment was really great and there's a bunch of awesome socialization going on. So I'd say we did this for about a half hour or so. And again, really enjoyed it and it was an absolute blast to get to socialize with everybody in here and just talk about how the first day of the convention went, which by the way, it was absolutely awesome between the ballroom and just all the components and pieces of the puzzle. We also had the Todd seminar along with the other ones that took place on Thursday. So overall, it was a great time and check out all those applicable videos to gain a better understanding of what happened on Thursday and really what we were talking about. And again, just having a great time in general. So that was absolutely awesome. Let's go ahead and dive into our second part of the welcome reception from 2024. That was the 16mm film. So it was really cool that Chris Slimmer himself brought out the 16mm projector. These are very rare to find anywhere at this point in time in 2024. And somehow we had three really cool 16mm films that we were able to watch. So again, I'll be doing a full video on this, so I'll dive into, all the details of it then. But I believe the three films that we have were, one was on the Boeing 707, so that was really cool. Another one was on Convair 880 emergency equipment, which is very unique. So that was extremely cool as well. And then lastly, there was one on Air New Zealand too. So I have a few pictures that I'll show you here, but again, that full video will dive into all of what you need to know on the 16mm film, how awesome it was. I was able to record some clips and kind of gain a better understanding of what that was like. So let's go ahead and take a little bit of a look at all that. So here's the one that goes into the 707, but it started here with this really cool, is this a tri-motor? I'm not exactly sure what it is, but anyway, very cool aircraft here. You can see by the base of the aircraft and just the overall foundation of it. So that was really cool. The projector was running really well, by the way. It did a really great job. So that was absolutely awesome. And there's the Convair 880 for the emergency equipment that I was kind of referring to as well. And I'll play just a little bit of the clips so you can gain a little bit of an understanding. But again, the full video will go into all the detail you need to know, but just giving you a little bit of a tease. So here we go for this TWA original livery Convair 880. I think I actually have a model of this one. So that's really cool to think about. And then, okay, so that were the only pictures that I included, but I'll include some video clips to give you a little bit of perspective. But again, that full video will be coming out and it's going to be really cool to see what aviation's like in that environment. So let's go ahead and watch that video clip so you all can gain a better understanding of what we're doing here.
Is for passengers. The low building is one of 7 passenger terminals at the airport. A tunnel connected with the building where the planes come to load and unload. Flight 755 is Los Angeles Tower, cleared to land on runway 25.
Thanks, Mark.
Flight 755 has carried 103 passengers non-stop from Chicago to Los Angeles. The plane's next assignment is Flight 766, non-stop to New York, and leaving in just 2 hours. Many people who work at the airport will now work together, doing a variety of jobs, to get this plane ready to leave on its next flight on time.
Just got him.
Accordion-like runners called jetways enable the passengers to leave the plane quickly and comfortably regardless of the weather.
Outstanding.
As soon as the passengers have left the plane, work is begun to prepare it for its next flight. Jet fuel is pumped into the plane from underground tanks. experienced mechanics carefully checked the powerful jet engines. At the same time, in the airline dispatch office,
Yeah.
the flight crew for Flight 766 has reported
some kind
to
of a
the
reference.
flight plan. The pilot, Captain George Rogers, will
Let's argue with the pilot, guys.
altitude and speed for the trip to New York. He is assisted by his co-pilot, First Officer Tom Dickinson, and by his flight engineer, Jim Peterson.
Alrighty, everybody, so I really hope all of you enjoyed that. Now, keep in mind, obviously, that this wasn't the complete socialization aspect of the welcome reception, but there was still a bunch of good conversation going on and all that, especially going into our third section here, which was the John Jameson presentation of the Kansas City Airport history, which was super cool. So not only did we do the main Kansas City International Airport, MCI, but we also talked significantly about the Kansas City Downtown Airport and their air service in the 60s and 70s. So again, there will be a full video on his presentation, and it goes into some really great detail regarding what happened at MCI. So I highly recommend checking out that, but I'm going to give you a few hints today of kind of what happened. So you can kind of see what's going on here of why MCI was developed in this slide. They talk about what happened with the Downtown Airport and all that. So yeah, definitely really cool that they were able to expand into the new airport, Mid-Continent Airport for MCI in 1956. TWA definitely contributed to it as well. And then we made it to this airport in 1972. So very cool to think about that. And overall, it's absolutely awesome to see the progression here at the Kansas City International Airport, and crazy that they use these facilities right here up until 2023, I believe, is when the new building opened. So overall, very cool to think about all that, and no doubt a really awesome display of art, to say the least. So that's absolutely awesome right there. And then you can also see what the original terminal looked like in 1959. So very unique design there. It almost seems more of like, I don't even know what you'd compare this to. It seems like more of like a ticket booth for like, not literally a train station, but, you know, almost like, I don't even know what, you know, you could relate this to. It's kind of like a movie theater. It's kind of not, but anyway, it's certainly very unique, whatever the case is. So overall, really cool to get to know all these really great details. And again, those videos will really get into the details and all this. So no doubt very cool to get to observe all this right here. And then we got into some really awesome history. So there's a bunch of really cool aircraft that we were able to see here at MCI, including this TWA L10-1150 TriStar in the twin stripes livery. What an icon here. This was an awesome slide. You can see how good the lighting is. We'll also have some slide presentation videos from Friday night, so excited to share those with all of you. They're really great, but these are going to be a bunch of what we're looking at going forward because of how awesome they are. You know, the photos to us is what the slides were to, obviously, 1989 and before and after that. So really great to see this shot here, and definitely no doubt the TWA TriStar looks absolutely phenomenal. So overall, really great to get to see this aircraft in its full detail, and it's looking very nice right there, to say the least. We also have this Eastern Airlines Boeing 727-200. This was in July of 1982, so this was just another huge highlight, one that I wanted to share as well. As you can tell, it looks really nice there in the light. You also got the door in the back down as well, and the jet bridges were going strong at this time, so there's no doubt that this is another really awesome moment right here, and overall, it's looking really great. So very cool to see this one too, and that's definitely absolutely wonderful, to say the least, right there. We have this Midwest Airlines DC-915. Thought this would be another neat one to add in there. You can also see the Continental logo on the jet bridge, number 52 or 62. Can't see it from here in the back, but anyways, this aircraft's looking quite nice. But again, these slide photographers just did a wonderful job, and a huge shout out to them and the recognition of their efforts, and John Jameson for putting this all together as well. It's really awesome. I also did a video on John Jameson's book that he has, Departed Wings from LAX, so definitely check that one out as well. I know I'm throwing around a bunch of different content here, but it all relates back to each other. So absolutely love to see that, and that's a really great looking DC-9 with the polished underbelly as well. So all that's really cool to see right there. There's no doubt about it. We also have a Vanguard 737-200. This airline was definitely very unique, but in January of 1995, you can see this aircraft docked up at the gate. So no doubt another great looking airplane right here. And again, really cool to see all these unique airlines. And I thought for the welcome reception video here, I would throw one of them in as well. So there's no doubt this is a great looking aircraft as well. And then when you kind of have that questions page and all that as well. So all of it's looking really great. And yeah, the welcome reception was super fun. Awesome to get to socialize with everybody and have a great time. It's a really good opportunity as an icebreaker to get to know people and overall, once again, have a great time. So yeah, especially in that first setting over there, that's really the place where you can really kick it off there. And again, really awesome to see how great the presentation went here, and looking forward to all the individual videos, along with obviously, like I talked about, the slides for some various aircraft types. So that's going to be absolutely absolutely awesome. I hope all of you are excited for all of this. So no doubt that these sleds will become commonplace for Airliners International content, and stay on the lookout for all the videos coming out on it, as it's going to be absolutely wonderful to say the very least. With all that being said, everybody, that'll do for today's video. Thank you all so much for watching. I want to thank each and every one of you for watching. My name is Redriveraviation. Take it easy, everybody. Stay safe. Trust the process. Do what you love and love you do. My name is Redriveraviation. I want to thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all soon as Redriveraviation is signing off.